Man, we got lots to unfold in the boxing world, fool. Bomac is a free man, Joe. Terrence Crawford is the realest boxer in the game for freeing his trainer. You know what I mean? It take a real fighter to fly all the way overseas for his trainer. But y'all know Terrence Crawford is built from a different cloth, man. That boy from Omaha, Nebraska. So, you know, his loyalty run high. I'm just happy that Bomac is a free man. Because that boy was well on his way to getting coach of the year. I hope he still gets it. Hope they don't have any bias prouse on why they don't give him the reward or something. You know what I mean? We got a lot to unfold in the boxing world. We have a major fight this week that no one is really talking about. We're going to break that fight down. Brian Mendoza versus Tim Tszyu. I feel like Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza is a borderline mega fight. And I say that because Brian Mendoza knocked out Sebastian Fundora, man. And to me, I told people that Sebastian Fundora was one of the better 154 pounders in the world before the knockout. So that was really surprising to me to see that happen. You know, I didn't think Fundora would lose that fight, man. And Fundora was up in that fight. I had Fundora winning every single round against Brian Mendoza up until the knockout. So to see Brian Mendoza have willpower, you know, he's lost 2 in a row and then pick up your biggest win. The man's got heart, man. I'm telling y'all, Brian Mendoza's got heart. He beat a guy who was 10 inches taller than him. He was like a 10-1 underdog. And dude's coming all the way to Australia to fight Tim Tszyu in his hometown. He's like a 7-1 underdog in this fight. And even though I don't give him much of a chance to win, you know, I've never really seen Tim Tszyu tested too much. You know, I've never seen him really hit. And one thing I know about Brian Mendoza is he can punch, man. I mean, I'm telling y'all, Brian Mendoza can punch. I just don't know how good Tim Tszyu really is. I think this might be a more competitive fight than I'm giving it credit for and that the world is giving it credit for. I think most people are thinking that Brian Mendoza is probably going to get knocked out, including myself. I'm predicting Tim Tszyu to win this fight. But, man, I would not be shocked if Brian Mendoza pulls off another miracle upset. I mean, this dude is tough, man. And I give Tim Tszyu a lot of credit for taking this fight. Let me just say that. I give Tim Tszyu a lot of credit for taking this fight because it's a high risk, low reward. If you beat Brian Mendoza, no one's really going to care. And if you lose to Brian Mendoza, well, I mean, there goes your legacy for Tim Tszyu. So, I mean, this is big. This is a big fight, y'all. And this is huge. If Brian Mendoza wins, we got to say that he's arguably the best 154 pounder in the world because he beat he beat Tim Tszyu, and he beat Sebastian Fundora. That's a crazy resume to me. So we'll see what Brian Mendoza does here. Like I said, I think Tim Tszyu is going to win the fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. The fact that it's in Australia, you know what I'm saying? It's clearly a setup for Tim Tszyu to win the fight. I think he'll do just enough to win. You know what I'm saying? Will the fight go to distance? I don't know if the fight will go to distance. This is a fight that I feel like stylistically, I feel like we're finally going to see Tim Tszyu's defense tested. I want to see Tim Tszyu because against Tony Harrison, let's be honest, Tony Harrison was a punching bag the entire fight against Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu ended up stopping him in round 9. That was not a competitive fight. And then after that, he fought Carlos Ocampo. And Carlos Ocampo, to me, is nothing special at all. He stopped him in 1 round. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't an impressive win at all. And he fought him in Australia in his hometown. I want to see Tim Tszyu fight in the United States, man. Why is he always fighting in Australia? You know what I mean? That's a tough place to go fight. You know what I'm saying? For anybody. That's why I say Brian Mendoza is a huge road dog in this fight. He's not going to have many people cheering for him in the arena, so it's hard for me to pick him in this fight. But then again, no one picked him to beat Sebastian Fundora, so you never know with Brian Mendoza, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is a really good fight. Y'all should definitely tune in. I will be tuning in. I will be going live after the fight to break down the fight, because this is a mega fight, y'all. A fight that needs to be talked about. We are also a month away from Edwin De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm super excited for that fight, man. Edwin De Los Santos has been talking a lot of smack, saying that Shakur's never faced a guy like him, and he has never seen power like a guy like Edwin De Los Santos. I think save all that for the birds. Once he gets in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, he's going to see, man, that I don't know if Shakur Stevenson's power carry. I mean, I'm not Shakur Stevenson. Sorry, I don't know if Edwin De Los Santos' power carries over through the late rounds. You know what I'm saying? With Joseph Adorno, I don't know if y'all peeped. Joseph Adorno was able to go the whole fight to distance. So I think that Edwin De Los Santos pop when he knocked out Raul Venezuela, he knocked him within 3 rounds. I don't know if this fight goes more than 5 rounds. If he's not able to hurt Shakur Stevenson within the first 4 rounds, I think Edwin De Los Santos is going to get in drown in deep waters with Shakur Stevenson. And that's not a fight that he wants. And I think Shakur could even stop him late. A lot of people be saying Shakur don't got power. I think y'all going to see come in November in a highly motivated fight against Edwin De Los Santos and a highly aggressive offensive fighter. I think you guys are going to see the best Shakur Stevenson from an offensive standpoint. I think we're going to not call Shakur Stevenson just a defensive fighter after this fight, and I can't wait to see it. And it's gonna be a doozy, man. It's gonna be a doozy. I hear a lot of people out there giving virtually Boo Boo Andre no chance to beat David Benavidez, man. I find that kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just have to break that down real quick. How can you give Boo Boo Andre no chance? He's a lefty. He's awkward from a stylistic standpoint. I get it. He's never been in with a guy like David Benavidez. His lack of competition as a pro has been is a big question. I don't like his resume, but I'm telling y'all, man, if Caleb Plant can give David Benavidez problems, just think about what Boo Boo can do. I'm telling y'all, Boo Boo is better than Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant has a much better resume, but Boo Boo, if he trains hard for this fight, if he's been really working for this fight, for this moment, then I think we're gonna see the best Boo Boo. And I think this fight goes the distance. And I think even if David Benavidez wins a split decision, I'm telling y'all, man, this is not going to be an easy fight. It's going to be similar to the Lara Canelo fight. I don't know if y'all remember. Canelo won a split decision, but Lara was giving Canelo problems. And I'm telling y'all, from a stylistic standpoint, I think Lara I don't know if he's a lefty or not, but this has similar writings to it, man. I think if David Benavidez doesn't start hot fast, this could be a long fight for him. You know, figuring out Boo Boo is not an easy thing to do. We're gonna see how aggressive Boo Boo is. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is the much naturally bigger guy, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen in that fight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking David Benavidez to win, but don't be surprised if Boo Boo wins, man. I'm pulling for Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? I really am. You know, I've made my mind up that I'm gonna pull for Boo Boo. I've been a fan of Boo Boo since the amateurs when he beat up on Keith Thurman. A lot of y'all think Keith Thurman is a great fighter, so you know, give Boo Boo credit where it's due, man, and stop saying that it's going to be a one-sided ass whooping, because that's not the case in this fight, man. I just need to let y'all know. Brian Bo McIntyre is a free man, y'all. You got to be real happy, man. Free Bro Mac, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the game. Yeah, it's 3:30 Eastern time. It's late, man. Just got off work. Got a nice little wood rolled up, you know. But yeah, so we got a lot of big fights coming up. November is going to be the best month for boxing in a long time. I'm telling y'all need to tune in. It's going to get big. My bad that I haven't gone live recently. Work has been real hectic. But y'all know that I'm going to break it down for y'all as soon as I can. I just want to come on here for 10 minutes and briefly break down the boxing talk with y'all. I know most of y'all sleep right now. So, you know, I have to get on here when I can and break down these fights when I can. So, yeah, so we got some big fights coming up, and I am gonna go ahead and log off live. And before I do, y'all make sure to support the page. Y'all know, subscribe, hit that like button, and y'all make sure to send that Cash App through. Support the page, support the channel. I appreciate the fans. And I will be coming on live tomorrow. And I will also be going live for the fight with Brian Mendoza, Tim Tszyu, the post-fight reaction. Stay tuned for that. Y'all know that's going to be a good one. I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised if Brian Mendoza pulls off the upset. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a hell of a fight. And y'all better tune into that, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I got Tim Tszyu to win, but I think he's going to be tested in this fight more than he's ever been tested before. So tune into that fight. And then you got Shakur Stevenson, Edwin De Los Santos, Demetrius Boo, Andre David Benavidez. Those two fights, I'm telling y'all, going to end the year off with a bang. So make sure y'all tune in. Peace.